Alright, this should be working now, hopefully, since I've been having some issues with audio. I should probably turn this down. So, today we're playing. Wait, there's no subtitles. Right, I hope this is loud enough. Alright. Hello everybody, it's Kenzie. I know it's been a while, it's been about a month since I last recorded, but that's mostly due to school and just my life in general. Hopefully by mid-June it'll all clear up and I'll be able to upload a bit more. As of right now, school year is about to end, I'm getting ready for finals. I have Wikipedia yelling at me to record. I keep telling him, dude, I will. You can't force me though. But today I decided, hey, why the hell not? I'll go on Steam and see what's there. And I found this game. It's called Maria's Room. As far as I know, it's about going back to the past of a friendship and figuring out what happened, how it started, and possibly more. As far as I know, we are playing a girl named Kelsey, and she is going back to see her friend Maria's room, as it was 20 years ago. So, I should probably find out the controls, but hopefully it'll tell me. So let's start. There's like audio, so if I don't talk,
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal?
I don't know how to move. Oh. Why won't this work? I am using the keys that I was told to. What the hell is happening? I'm not the only one seeing this, right? Like, okay then, let's just go. Alright, I'm back and it looks like it's working now. I'm guessing this is who the story, these are made it their kids and stuff.
California crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here.
So, as I was trying to say earlier...
Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. What was I thinking?
As I was saying, this is more of a story-based game. It's a calm game, which I should like. I thought that was a real time and I got really confused. I will try to be more quiet when things are talking, when people are talking. But oh, that bothers me.
What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them. No, that's her parents' room.
Achievement unlocked. Welcome back, Kelsey.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
Obviously.
She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't. I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
I'm guessing, as far as I can tell, this game, I think, is near an hour long, so I might split this up into 2 videos. Not sure, might not. Depends on if I realize what's going on.
I need to find the key. That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. He had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year. Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said. Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything.
No, I thought I saw an icon.
Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie.
Okay. I guess that updates as I go around and see things. I want to learn about Bumblebee. Looks like a kitty. Sunglasses.
I wore those a lot. Not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know.
Wait. Are we playing as Marie? Because this is Marie. I swore I read that we were playing as Kelsey.
Marie always dreamed about going to
we're
Europe.
playing about Kelsey.
I don't think she ever went. Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor.
This is definitely something, alright. Oh, that's not creepy at all. Oh my god.
Yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship. Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that. She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring? I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from.
I'm guessing it was illegally gotten? I don't know. Just a slight guess.
Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
Guessing Trevor then?
I need to find...
Alright. Last. OMG. They put me on Kelsey's team. My heart races whenever I stop to think about it. Don't think she's all that pleased, though. I wonder whether she remembers me from Food Rescue. God, I hope not. I feel so connected to her. Isn't that weird? I'd love for us to be friends. She's just amazing. Can't wait to start working on our science project. Did you get that? Our project. I feel like I'm about to explode from excitement. Well. Oh wait, what was the date of that one? November 21st, 2017. December 4th, 2017? I screwed up, but I was worried. I'm still worried. And what else could I do? Kelsey hasn't been to Food Rescue in a while, and I wanted to make sure she wasn't hungry or something, so I offered her my sandwich. Hark, why did I do that? Now we'll never be friends. Good one, Marie. Really, really well done. She looked at me like I was crazy and walked out. Now we're behind with the project too. I hope we make the deadline. December 22nd, 2017. Why do you keep writing this shit? I know there isn't much news in Orange Grove, but it's been ages. Not literally, but you know, they're never going to find them. I wish everyone would just stop, leave us alone, so I can forget that whole god-awful night. Some think my dad was a hero for trying to stop them. Truth is, we never saw them coming. When that guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped, and I would have punched him. Scratched his eyes out. I swear. I think I could have killed him, but the other one got to me before I even knew there were two. I never saw their faces. Neither did my dad. So they never caught them. I'm not fearless. 2018. We're all just matter. That's what Kelsey keeps saying. And she's right. But matter is also life, and life is something we need to take care of. She likes to be out on a limb. She says she's got nothing to lose. Bam. She doesn't even realize what she's saying. Or maybe I'm too sensitive. Guess that'll show me to believe that we were friends. I guess I am a shadow person after all. I think she's going to break her neck by the way. See if I care. January 19th, 2018. Happy birthday, Mom. January 28th, 2018. I'm trying to ignore the fact that all of Kelsey's cute stuff is paid for by Trevor's money. He is such a creep. I don't get what she sees in him. She says I'm jealous, as if. Thing is, she thinks she needs him to get away from all this. But she doesn't. She got away from her mom all on her own. Kelsey's the smartest, coolest, sweetest person you can imagine. She doesn't need anyone to get her out. She can do that all on her own. Damn, we're getting home. Too bad she doesn't believe that herself yet. Ooh, says nuns. Those are mine. March 17th, 2018. Oh, those sparkly shoes. She wears them all the time. Last night, the heels dug into my calf. That freaking hurt. Have you seen those heels? So I yanked them off her feet and told her, not in the bed. She was amused. I can't think why. To be honest, I wish I was a size 9 because they look absolutely gorgeous. On Kelsey's feet, at least. When I tried them on, I looked like a little girl trying on mommy's shoes. I have a dream. All is now harm. April 13th, 2018. Is it Friday? I think he's crazy. He keeps calling me at the most impossible hours just to yell at me, calling me names, threatening me if I don't let Kelsey go, he'll do this or that, as if I've got her tied up in here. I now unplug the phone when I go to sleep. May 22nd, 2018. These are the good times that make me forget. All my troubles seem so far away. Wait a minute. Is that a song? June 30th, 2018. There's been another home invasion, just 2 blocks from here. They killed the woman this time, and police think it's Trevor. Suppose it was him in our house? I can't wrap my head around it. It's too big. Kelsey says it isn't true, that Trevor is a bastard, but he would never commit such violent acts. Look at that torn t-shirt. I think she might be in denial here. July 5th, 2018. I did it. I hope I'm not gonna regret it. That's all I got. So I'm guessing we're missing more stuff from around the room. We go out?
Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt. The Green Eatery. Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again.
Ugh. Can't imagine.
Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be, until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I loved skinny dipping,
I didn't
but
finish
Marie
that.
insisted on wearing this. I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one,
This one.
so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, And with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour right there. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was. There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took. She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again.
High school kid saves classmates from hunger. November 9, 2017. After that school article, people kept asking me why I did it, as if I were some kind of hero. So stupid, and I keep telling them the same story. Aren't they sick of it yet? Maybe I should publish a book, my life story, so they'll stop bugging me. Crazy people. Here for the last time. Last fall, I caught a kid stealing someone's lunch from a backpack. As he stuffed the sandwich in his mouth, our eyes locked, he panicked, dropped the food, and ran. I never realized some of my classmates were actually hungry, so I joined food rescue to help. There, the end. Everyone satisfied? November 17, 2017. We had a party today, celebrating 3 years of food rescue. Everyone was there. All those happy, familiar faces. Loved it. Kelsey came in. I never took her for one of the hungry. I don't think she knows my name, but everyone knows her. She's gorgeous. It surprised me, is all. I could see the shame in her eyes when she had to accept a bag of groceries from me. Still, I couldn't take my eyes off her. Does the world allow someone like Kelsey Jackson to be hungry? Must be everywhere. So I'm gonna fight it with everything I've got. April 9th, 2018. Kelsey's so angry at the world, all the time. It's kinda annoying, but I get it. We have different story to tell. So, as a friend, I did the only decent thing. I told her she could be anything she wanted. She just had to make it happen. Not wait for it. Told her to deal again. Not drugs. The cards. July 7, 2018. We need this. We needed this. Beer, water, and oranges, like so many nights before Trevor. No, I'm not gonna let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named. He who shall not be named shall not be named. Not today. Okay.
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor. I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me.
Remind me of what?
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened. Mr.
She's,
Torres
like,
loved that
pausing,
beer.
and I can't,
After
like...
the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember. Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us. She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window, but she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again. Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later. Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room. That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy. For her pizza and movie party. Alright, I might have been a little jealous.
So, it's March 4. Library.
Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it. Damn, what's the password?
I just...
Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
Okay, nothing else. Okay. We haven't even gotten out of the first room yet. I'm really good at this game.
I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
Let's check the journal real quick. February 14th, 2018. I feel out of place everywhere outside of this room. She said she was sorry, I know, but fuck, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. That's not what a friendship should be like, right? I feel so disconnected. She did not want to be my friend. She was embarrassed. Fuck, fuck, fuck. February 16th, 2018. Okay, I've calmed down a bit. That Lala night, she was with Trevor, and he is such a fucking asshole. She's different when she's around him. Not that it makes it alright. But she did come straight over to tell me she was sorry. She knows she was wrong. Broke my window with that damn rock. Said if I'd answer the call of the pebble, she wouldn't have thrown the rock. She's been here ever since. I guess she doesn't have anywhere else to go, except for Trevor. I'm glad she'd rather sleep here. Right now, as I read this, she's on the bed, going over notes in class. I like having her here, and Dad's okay with it. Oh! Fucking swear to her. March 17, 2018. You may have noticed, sweet Trina, there are less and less F words in these pages. I'm so freaking proud. Ha! Only when I go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window, then it's hard to keep up. Did you know that as a little girl, I used to curse abruptly, trying to extend my vocabulary here? Dad thought it indicated intelligence, but I guess it looked cute up to a certain age, but he said Mom hated it. So every time I used the S word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. Can't tell you that how much that hurt every time because I'd never see it again. I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yep, vocabulary extension again. Every time I swear like a mad woman. Must have. March 27, 2018. She called me her friend today. I am not a shadow person anymore. She's my friend. April 11, 2018. Kelsey broke up with Trevor. Finally. She can do so much better than that total asshole. Total loser. He assaulted her in the school hallways. Of course, no one saw it happen, but he literally tore her clothes from her body. Fuck. I promised not to swear, so there you go. Well, I didn't promise shit. But she's done with him now. Only things could get better. May 19, 2018. Kelsey took me swimming in Mr. Jones' pool. I was scared shitless the first time, but 2 beers and freshly picked oranges. Best chill. Best nights ever. June 7, 2018. Took me forever to convince Kelsey to ride a bike, because it ain't cool. Our rides are the best part of the day now, and on this day we rode them through Mr. Jones' orange grove in broad daylight. We got home with a basket. The juiciest golden oranges. I didn't even think about getting caught. Alright, so we got our computer password now. Where the secrets? What? Oh, yes.
One day, I just had to know, what's up with all the cats? She said she admired them, that they were who they were without any pretense, that they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them.
Can I get a quote of? No.
When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor.
Can someone murder that asshole?
Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal.
Holy shit.
Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If we had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died. Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
grieves me to hear that this is how you feel, but I'm afraid there's not much I can do at this stage. I understand you are alarmed and feel unsafe, but Trevor has not broken any school laws, nor has he hurt anyone. Oh, well, that's a lie. I would like to invite you and Trevor into my office to see if we can start up a conversation between the two of you. Let me know when you're ready to talk. You know where to find me. Kind regards, Principal. Wait, it's July 7th, 2008. The past. I don't know how to find it. Just open my phone and gotta see. January 10th, 2018. I love cats because they're not afraid to be difficult. Very true. May 19th, 2018. Today was a good day. Only 5 emails from Trevor. Only 5. I hope he's finally getting it. She's not coming back. He really holds me responsible for it. I can handle that if it keeps him away from her. When I saw him in the hallway this morning, he slid his fingers across his throat again. If he wasn't such a scary ass clown, I'd laugh. But he does scare me. I don't tell Kelsey these things. She shouldn't worry. Pretty sure it should. June 12th, 2018. They are not listening. I tried every authority at school. I even tried the cops, but they just patted my shoulder. Poor little girl, so traumatized. Bump on the head didn't do her any good. Fuck. Yes, I'm swearing now. A jar full of candy. What should I do? I wish I could tell Kelsey, but she'd go insane to get herself hurt, or just go back to him. Trevor's dangerous. June 23rd, 2018. I know it's him. I know there's nothing I can do. They never believed me. I don't think I'll ever see Bumblebee again. Okay. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm like about to cry because that honestly hits me deep at home because I'm a cat lover. I grew up with cats my whole life, so I understand the connection someone has with their cat. It's a deep connection, especially if you care about them so much. And yeah, short little story. When I was born, my parents had a kitten. Well, not really a kitten, but she always looked like one. Her name was Lulu. She was 3 years old at the time. She was the sweetest little thing ever, and up until I was in kindergarten, I traumatized the poor kitty. I did pull her brother Salem's tail as well, but I loved them regardless. I had a few more cats, but I can't really remember any of them other than one named Brandy. And Brandy was my headbutt buddy. The only cat I've ever known to do that. Lulu and Salem were both 7. One morning, I was up in my parents' bedroom, sitting on the bed with my mom, and there was a thud. My mom told me to stay there. She got up and went downstairs. She found Salem dead on the ground. His death was because of heart failure. His heart just stopped. before that moment, you didn't know anything was wrong with him. He was just this lovable bundle of energy, bouncing everywhere, running around, cuddling with his sister. I could tell it affected Lulu, but I didn't think I really understood. My parents got me a book then, especially made to basically assure me about Salem's death. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a book saying Salem went to kitty heaven, where there was catnip, there was tuna, there was everything a cat could dream of there. And it made me feel better about his passing, and I didn't feel like I missed him as much. But I don't know. As time went on, I grew and I grew and I grew, and kitties came and went. We got a kitten, Ginger, once, and he was mortified, and he got sick, and he died. And then Randy had to be moved to a different home because she was an old kitty and she wasn't doing well here. We got my cat named Tiggs then, and then my parents kind of split for a year or two. My mom got 2 other kitties. She kept Tiggs, and then she got Jellybean and Juliet. And my dad got 2 more, Apollo and Quarter. And my dad kept Lulu. Once my mom moved back in, and all the cats were staying in the same home. Lulu was getting older. She was around 12 when she kind of went blind and stopped eating. And we noticed a bump on her side. It was what we assumed to be cancer. Lulu lived for... I gotta get comfy in my bed. Lulu lived for longer than we expected, honestly. We thought she would have followed her brother, but she lived longer than my dog. Each did, but Lulu wasn't getting better. She was getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And she'd meow at nothing, so we knew that she was getting ready to go. But she wasn't gonna give it up herself. So my mom told me that day she was gonna take Lulu to the vet and have her put down. I didn't necessarily want this to happen. No. I'm trying not to cry, and it's not helping me. Lulu would lay down on a pillow on my bed that I kept next to me, and she'd sleep there. And some nights it would feel like Salem jumped on the bed and went over to where she was to lay with her. always look up when I felt something climb over my legs. And nothing was there. I still have the pillow she slept on my bed in the same spot. Seems wrong to me to move it because it's where she was. I went to basketball practice and we just learned a new routine, and I went to get water and I saw my mom had sent me a text. So I told my assistant coach I was gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I went into the locker room and my mom sent me a picture of Lulu. Right before they put her down. So I called my mom and asked her if she could come get me from practice. She said she would, and I told my coach I was leaving because of family matters, and he understood. It's hard. I mean, just losing your cat sometimes is hard. Harder than anything in the world. It's emotional. Lulu outlived her brother by 9 years. We were able to get her ashes, have her cremated, and we have her ashes here. It's hard. Enough about sad stories. I'm gonna continue. It's just a hard thing to talk about. Well, whoops. I'm sure anyone who's been a cat owner and is dealt with the death of their cat can understand. It's hard, and you don't think anyone else understands it. You don't think anyone understands your connection. No, I get it. Alright. Let's get back to it. June 30th, 2018. I can't sit here and watch. I'll have to be fearless. I found this site where you can buy guns off anyone. Not that I mean I will shoot someone. It just, I don't know what to do anymore. It's for protection, you know? Isn't that what they say? Anyway, there was this man who wanted to sell me this totally new 9mm. Meeting him out of town somewhere. A little shady, I'll admit. But with Trevor lurking around, I'll take my chances. Alright, I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom real quick. That time has not changed either. Alright. Why can't I hear the video? Okay, I can hear it now. Alright, so I brought a friend, Apollo up, because he decided to come to talk to me. So let's see if I can get him to speak. Oh. Papa. You speak, dude? No, that's the mic. That's the mic. Baby. And there he goes. What? You gonna speak? No? Dude, you're leaving me in the dry here. There you go. Love you, Popo. Bye-bye. Love you, baby. Alright. So, you'll probably hear that in the audio files. Him scratching against the... Well, not scratching. Rubbing his face against the mic. My little boy. Papa! Hi, baby. He's flicking his tail at me. He's not happy with me. Oopsies. But yeah, if you have like what is her fucking phone number?
That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. That's Trevor's phone number. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
5-figure? March?
What is the code, Marie? Wait.
Alright. 9/2017. It's gotta be one of these dates. No. This is a date missing. Oh.
What is the code, Marie? Wait. The journal. It must be in the journal. Wrong combination. She must have written it. Yay! Good work, Kelsey. Oh my God.
Okay.
The past, like the future, is indefinite
Oh, good lord.
and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true.
Rest in peace.
But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell.
Oh, Lord.
Sometimes
Oh.
I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us.
Yep.
I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it. So I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil.
It died.
Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration, "No, that's not what happened." Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that, hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres, but I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us.
Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and... What do you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Shit.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking, like, forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
Of course I knew it was her. Who else? There was only one thing to do. Get to Marie. She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car.
No. That was, I think, Marie's room. That was beautiful. Honestly. Oh. So we never got the final piece to the puzzle where 4 was, but I somehow figured it out. You know, you find the 3 numbers, it's all fine. So, that was Marie's room. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.